Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today for my January vlog. Today is actually the 6th, and if you want to check out my video with my January goals from the beginning of the month, I will leave a little link to that. So please go check it out and let me know what you think and what your goals are too. Today I am working on a little acrylic tutorial. This is from a lovely lady, and her name that she goes by online is Macachinos, I think. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I will leave that below in the description if you want to check her out. She has YouTube, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. And I'm following along to a YouTube video that she did, which is a tutorial for a Monet-inspired sort of lilies painting. It's just a way to sort of get reacquainted with the medium. It's been a while since I've used acrylic on a regular basis. So today I'm just using a little canvas panel, and the paints that I'm using are sort of a mix. I have like some Reeves acrylic paint, which is sort of low end, and then I have some Golden and Winsor & Newton acrylic paints going on as well. So sort of a mix to use up what I have and then some new shades that I bought recently. Today is the 11th, and I actually mailed my January artist swap piece out. So that should be on its way to Florida pretty quickly. And so I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the backstory of that painting that I sent out. The artist swap was put on by Bethany Hartwick. She is another painter, and you can definitely check her out on Instagram. She's awesome. She does some really amazing landscapes and stuff like that. So she got together this group of other artists via Instagram, and it was US only for this first one, but it was super awesome to see everybody participating and like how they send their materials and everything. So it was sort of a random one-to-one swap. I decided to send off one of my gouache landscapes, and so I sent actually this like snowy Michigan barn scene off to Florida, sort of like, you know, jokingly, you know, like I'm gonna send some Michigan snow down to Florida. That'll make me feel better about the weather that's up here, right? So I sent her the finished version of this painting, and then I also sent her like a little baby sketch from my blue and gold landscapes, and then some little like postcard and sticker stuff as part of my packaging. I think that went over really well, and I'll share a few pictures here with you guys from the Instagram. And the Artist Swap and Gather has changed its name now, and I forget off the top of my head what it is called now because she just changed it, but I will put it down below. You can go and check it out on Instagram. Bethany did send out like some stories and stuff on Instagram that the next swap will be in March, and it will be open internationally, which sort of makes me nervous. I'm not really familiar with international shipping. Like I've never done it through my Etsy or for any other customers before. So the pieces that I received in return came from another artist in Nevada, and I'll put her information up here so that you can go check her out on Instagram. And they're these super cool little like cactus landscapes that she sent over to me. She has like an original and then a print and her business card, and they're all sort of that similar style, and she adds on these like gold, you know, shiny accents and stuff like that. It's really cute. And today I'm working on finishing up some entries for my sketch journal, which I know you guys saw a previous video that goes through the whole process of me making this page, so you can definitely check that out if you're interested in just watching a quick speed paint. You can see what I'm using here is my Print Fresh sketchbook, which is a little bit over letter size, and now that I've started using it, I have noticed like a couple more issues with it. The first of which is that it's not easy to open flat. I think that once I get further along into the sketchbook, it will open more flat, but there's definitely this awkward sort of edge where in the beginning when you fold back the pages, it's not even. And for me, I notice it more because I'm left-handed, and so that's where my hand rests, and it's a little bit awkward to be working like that. So maybe I should have worked in this one backwards, but it's kind of too late now. So I'm just going to go with it and see how it works out. The paper overall, you know, it's an okay quality, but I definitely noticed some imperfections in it. Like there's some little, specifically like little teal or like blue dye spots that are in it, and it's been through multiple pages that I've noticed it as I'm working. So if you wanted paper that was super clean and like, even if you were going to be maybe scanning this stuff in, there would definitely be imperfections within the paper, let alone within the sketch or the drawing or whatever you did that you wanted to clean up digitally. So that would probably be pretty annoying. But other than that, it's pretty good for drawing. I've noticed when I've used more watercolor and things like that, I've sort of tested the level of water that I can get to before like severe buckling happens. And so it can't really handle a lot at all. So it's definitely not appropriate for someone who's going to be doing a lot of watercolor or a lot of gouache that's mixed with a lot of water for that same sort of effect. Definitely not going to work. I haven't tried any sort of collaging in it, and that's probably my next test for it, because I'm not sure how it's even going to stand up to like glues or like an acrylic medium or something like that to paste other paper objects into it. So today I thought I'd show you an example of a sketch that I did in the Tiny Sketchbook project, which should be complete by the time that you are watching this video. So you should head over to my main channel and go see the finished sketchbook in a full tour video. So this one is another door that was just taken from an Instagram photo, and if you go on my Instagram, you can see all the sketchbooks and the Instagram accounts that I used for inspiration. So this one is before my retractable pen ran out, so I really preferred using this pen versus the next Sharpie pen that I ended up having to switch over to. But it ended up working out really well, and these doors were pretty simple. I mean, they would take me anywhere from maybe like 20 minutes up to like 45 minutes to an hour for the more complicated ones. So, but it was really fun and just pretty relaxing. I would say the only hard part was like when these ones, it got to the end and you're dealing with sort of the bump of pages. So if you wanted to do something over 2 spreads, it got kind of difficult with the original paper. But I should be mailing this probably sometime in early February. Hey everybody, it is now late January. Today is actually the 25th, so I've done sort of a real terrible job at keeping up with my vlogging through the middle of January. There's been a lot of different things going on personally and professionally, so no excuses. I've been a little bit lazy and stuff like that. So I have some very exciting things that are coming in for my home studio and projects that I haven't shown you yet, so there's going to be a lot to see over the next couple of days. morning. It's Saturday morning, which means it's the 27th. Oh my goodness. I'm really behind this month. So what I wanted to start with today is showing you some recent packages that I got in the mail. I have some very exciting things that have come to me. Clearly there's some big boxes back here. So let me just start by saying that I finally invested in a printer and scanner for my home studio and the home office for both of us. So I picked out, this is the Epson Perfection V600 photo scanner, and that's sort of kind of a mid-range one, so it'll be good for scanning in artworks and things like that, but then it's also appropriate for any sort of regular scanning we need to do around here. And then my printer is not here yet, but it is coming. And I picked up a Canon Pixma. I'm very excited about it to test it out. So I'll be setting up the scanner hopefully later today. Maybe Mr. R will help me with that because I think it's going to need to be connected to his computer just for performance purposes. So hopefully the scanner will be set up, and then it'll just be a matter of figuring out where the printer is going to go. It's going to be a little bit bigger, so I think I'm going to try and clear out some space in the closet and see if it will fit on top of my storage rack that's in there. But we'll see. It's definitely kind of a fight for space in here. But these two items are just becoming more necessary to me so that I can do more one-off type of projects without having to like order something online and wait for it to get here and stuff like that. So for sure the scanner is going to be great so that I can do some more high quality images of artwork without having to fiddle with lighting and the camera and all that. It's just going to be hopefully very easy to do through the scanner, and then maybe a little bit of editing in Photoshop and all of that. So that was the big purchase. You can see the ink is already waiting here for the printer. Other than that, I have a few supplies that have come, so let's take a look here. Wow. Okay, so first of all, I have a black sketchbook, and that's not just black on the outside, it's black paper on the inside. So this is the Pentalic Traveler Pocket Journal, and it's just called Black Sketch. It has 160 pages that are 74 pounds, so kind of lightweight, lighter than I was looking for, but I couldn't find like the moleskin version through Amazon that was like readily available. And so let's take a look. So it's got sort of a nice soft cover, but it's still thicker than the paper, nice and shiny. And then the inside. So I wanted to try and use this with some pens and then also gouache, and this probably won't stand up to acrylic, the paper, but definitely I think I can get away with gouache with a lot less water added, so maybe more of like a illustration type of style versus like more using it more like watercolor. So that's something that I'm going to be giving a try. And to go with that, I have some pens already that will work for this, but I ordered these white ones. These are Sakura Jelly Rolls, the classics, and this is a set of bright white that come in different tip sizes. So there's a fine, medium, and bold. That's 05, 08, and a 10, or 1, really. Exciting. Okay, what else do we have? So, less exciting. I ordered several different types of paper to test out with the printer, so this is one of those. This is Canson Infinity brand, and it is the Edition etching rag. So with buying a higher quality printer and wanting to make some of my own things at home, that definitely means that you need more than just standard printer paper and more than standard cardstock. For me, I want to print things that are maybe acid free, and they're not going to be, you know, museum quality type of prints like Giclée or something like that, but as close as I can get to that level at home. And so that's something that is going to be really light fast, and part of that is choosing a printer with pigment-based inks, which I did, and then using a high-quality paper. So I have this Canson coming, and then I think there was another set that's coming that is like a mix of different type of paper so that I can check out the texture quality and sort of test how that's going to look with different types of artwork printed out on it. So I have a range of different things that are maybe more painting based and maybe more drawing based, so that might result in needing 2 different types of paper to get the ideal result in a print. So here's those bad boys. Yikes. Okay. And last but not least, this is not really a product. I need scissors. But I recently signed up for a magazine subscription. I used to get a couple different art magazines, and then so I was looking on Instagram, and Beautiful Bazaar had a promotion running on their magazine. So I decided to just take a chance on this, and let's look at it. So this is the issue 23. I think these are like a quarterly type of magazine, so it's I guess a lot to pay for something up front that you're not going to see for a while, but it has a lot of great artsy stuff inside. Okay. Excuse what's happening around here, but it is negative 10, 11 degrees right now, so that will be my excuse. However, something amazing came a couple days ago, and so I'm going to show you. I literally couldn't even carry it into the office, it's so heavy, so I'm going to show you in the hallway before I actually unpack it. So let's take a look at this huge surprise. It's so awesome. Look at how beautiful it is. And it's not even out of the box yet. I'm so excited, guys.